Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the KBK show, the show where I, Caleb Kime, talk about the news that may or may not matter to you. Today, I've got two stories. The first one comes from Syria, where, if you don't know, they've been having a civil war for the past 18 months. So anyway, today, the Syrian government stated that a plane had hit a gas station in a northern town of the country. The crash caused an explosion, killing 55 people, bringing the total death toll in Syria to a staggering 32,000 plus. Also in Syria today, a helicopter went down. The government cannot agree upon why it went down. Some people say it hit another airplane. Other people are sitting there saying, oh, it was a malfunction, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Another one says, oh, we were just testing our emergency landing stuff. But I don't really care what it was. All I really got to say is, why do we care about what's happening in Syria? But I do, because I guess I just like knowing what's going on all over the world. But do any of you care about what's going on in Syria? Do any of you care about what's going on in the Middle East in general, with all the different attacks on the U.S. embassies over there? Leave your responses in the comments below. I'd really like to hear about them. But anyway, back to Syria. Both of these came just one day after the rebels seized a border crossing near Raqqa. And I guess some say that it might have been a retaliation of some sort, but I'm not one to judge on what it was or what it wasn't. Anyway, also, yesterday in California State Prison, there was a prison riot, and the prison, which opened in 1986, now houses over 26,000 inmates. Wait, 2,600. My bad. But anyway, the riot only lasted about 10 minutes, but it included 60 or 70 inmates. It left 8 people with stab wounds, one with a gunshot wound to the hip. The gun was fired from a prison guard. The riot occurred in an exercise yard from maximum security inmates. None of the guards were hurt in the incident, but the 9 people with injuries still remain in the hospital. I guess the only thing I really can say about these two stories today is, one, the Middle East is certifiably insane. 2, the U.S. prison systems, they need to change. We can't be having 2,600 inmates in one place at one time. That's just asking for people to stab people and guards to get overwhelmed and shoot people. But I guess I don't really know why. I am, personally, this is just my opinion, I am completely for the death penalty. I think that if someone is stupid enough to go and take another person's life, they deserve to have theirs taken. If a person is stupid enough to do any sort of crime that would fit the punishment of death, they should be given the death penalty. It doesn't need to be something brutal like a hanging or public shooting or anything like that. It can be something simple, lethal injection, anything. I just think our prison systems are so overrun with all these people serving life sentences. If they're sentenced to life, sentence them to death. I mean, get them out, away from everyone, because if they're in prison, they're going to hurt more people. They're going to get in fights, they're going to do stupid stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Tell me what you think about all this. Tell me what you think about Syria and the Middle East. What do you think the main cause is, besides the big movie thing that was stupid, and I don't want to talk about that. But also tell me what you think about the prison systems in the U.S., whether they need to change, whether you think they're just fine the way they are. But I guess that's it for this episode of the KBK show. See you next week, but until then, remember, something good might come of this.